With over 40 convictions for burglary, fraud and theft, 58-year-old Charles Young probably has one of the longest criminal records of anyone you're ever likely to meet.
I was in and out of prison from the age of 14 up to 40. I've estimated about between 20 and 22 years.
In 1993, Charles completed his last stretch inside. On release, he started the London Anti-Crime Education Scheme, otherwise known as LACES. Using a prison cell, he helps educate young people at risk of offending about the realities of prison.
When you get in that cell, you're doing real prison time. So we're given an opportunity to experience prison without actually going to prison. I would fill this with boiling water and sugar, and I'd throw it in your face. You walk forward to me, bang! He threw this porridge in my face, this hot porridge in my face. I've gone, ah! The geezer turned and went to me, you effing grass. Right, come in, Sean, you grab the door then, please, mate.
All right then.
This is how I see myself now, as a role model to others, and hopefully a responsible, respected role model. Had the older version of me, the more responsible version of me, come back and told the younger version of me what I was capable of doing and the negative side to going out committing crime, oh God, I could have been a gold medal winner at swimming or athletics. I've been arrested as a 12-year-old for criminal damage, then got arrested again for theft, got arrested again for theft. I got probation, and because I didn't understand what that was about, when I went out and nicked my fourth item, which was 2 pies and a packet of biscuits, I got 3 years. It starts in the home. The breakup of the family unit has a devastating effect on the young child. I can remember 5 care homes, foster homes. What shapes your life? Having mum and dad there, showing you not only love and affection, but guidance, moral issues, you know, all sorts of things, encouragement, motivation. I never got none of that. And I suppose that was the start of my slippery slope. When I first went to prison, I cried like the baby that I am. And that pain that you get, it's an emotional scar that stays with you for the rest of your life. And at night, that's the worst time, because when it goes silent, eventually, because you've got noise, loud music, threats, verbal abuse, you know, banging, once that eventually settles down and people get ready for bed, that's the worst moment, because you start thinking, and do you cry? And if you're going to cry, do you cry so your cellmate can hear? No, you turn over and form a fetus and cry into your pillow. Someone maybe of Sean's nature, being a young person, maybe he would contemplate suicide. This is why they give you TVs in the cells, you know, they make it as less stressful as they can, but they can't cure that. I was in and out of prison for theft, fraud, deception, burglary, taking and driving away, shoplifting. Yeah, nicking cars was my sort of favourite. People's expectations of prison is it's glamorous and it's soft and cushy. Prison is a dangerous place. I was doing 3 years for burglary, and I was on the lifer wing in Wandsworth. And these are men, you know, a lot of the men are never going to get out. I was a wing cleaner. You serve the food, breakfast, lunch, tea, and you can get a little bit extra, you know. There's a couple of perks that go with the job. I should have known something was going to happen, because the way the geezer come along the queue, he had his bowl in his hand like this. But again, I'm thinking he's not going to do nothing, so I'm going to be generous. And instead of scooping out one scoop of porridge, I'm going to offer him 2. And I think that's why he threw it in my face. I've gone, ah! I was taken to the medical thing. I washed my face with cold water and put cream on it. And as you can see, you know, not a mark. In my whole career, the most I ever got in one hit was 12 grand. I walked into a bank with my suit and tie and a briefcase, some false information. I walked out the bank with 12 grand cash. And out of that, I got 4 grand. But the amount of time I'd spent in prison, it far outweighed the amount of money I could have earned had I got a decent job. I'm not a religious man, by any way I means, but I've been told I had an epiphany. In that instant, I realised what I wanted to do, and it was something that I felt I would be good at, and that was preventing others, youngsters, from doing what I did and going down the path I went down, and spending the best years of their life in and out of prison.
In addition to visiting schools and colleges with the prison cell, Charles mentors a handful of young people like Sean, who's helping him today, to prevent them from embracing a life of crime. They're often involved with presentations.
What we've done with Sean and others is Sean will put prison clothes on, sit in the prison cell, and then when I finish my presentation, I'll ask Sean to come forward, and Sean will do 10 minutes talking about how he was a bit disillusioned at first, but through working with Laces and his mum and the encouragement from school, Sean now realises the benefits of an education and a fantastic life.
Charles did his first presentation at his son's school in 1993. He established himself from there and has since performed to thousands of youngsters.
The prison cell is fairly new, that's only a few years old. So here's my chair. What I used to do was sit on the stage, on a chair, and sit there for 10 minutes. And not say a word for 10 minutes. And you get the kids going, oh, bruv, ask him, what's he doing? And I didn't react at all. And after 10 minutes, smash the chair into the floor, throw it across the stage, stand up, scream, show the anger and that frustration, then calm down, walk over, pick my chair up, come back, put there, then sit there for another 5 minutes. And then I'd ask, what was I doing? When I do a presentation, one of the first things I start with is, if you think you can kick the crap out of me, come out on the stage here, because you and me are going to have a fight right here, right now, and I'm going to show you that you're not the hard person that you think you are. They automatically think that you're going to have a punch up, but it's not like that. It's a controlled method to let them understand about how strong even an old, weak-looking man is when it comes to defending himself. So what I do is I ask Sean or my opponent to put your arm on the table. Go on. Go on. See, really, I should take my jacket off to show my muscle. If you can't beat me doing this, then that tells you that in a real fight situation, what am I going to do to you? So really what this is doing is bringing the reality of prison out into the open. What you have here, and this is what we use to demonstrate in schools and colleges, and what Sean will pick up on, it's a memory that's going to stick as an added incentive not to come into places like this. That is one of the most dangerous weapons you can get in prison. Because what I would do is I would fill this with boiling water and sugar, and I'd throw it in your face. Now the water, the logic behind that is the water will burn, the sugar will stick. This is what Sean would go through if he continued messing about and ended up with a criminal record. So the prison cell is a tool. It's the tools of my trade. My criminal record, which is 10 pages long, 41 convictions, is my degree, you know.
Charles has paid a heavy personal price for his crimes. In 1994, after 26 years of marriage, Charles and his wife Jackie split up.
I wasn't violent towards my wife as such, but the anger that I got from my parents and the anger that I got from my negative input, it spilled over onto her life. And you know, how she put up with me for 26 years, I already don't know. She gave me 3 beautiful children. My son is now 30. I don't talk to him, which is a shame because I love him. And I see myself in him. And I miss him. It's funny because I live here, my daughter lives there, my son lives there. Yet we pass each other in the street and I don't believe that I can't talk to him and I can't have a relationship with him. It's a vicious cycle. It is. Now, you can take that 2 ways. See, my sense of humour says to me it's a vicious circle, but it's not. It's a vicious cycle. It's ongoing. It's hereditary. I had 2 brothers and a sister, 2 younger brothers and a sister. I don't talk to my sister because the anger that I had, that I was given by my parents. My younger brother, Mark, we were the only 2 that were close. He hung himself about 10 years ago. I reacted with my son in an emotional way, but for some reason I can't react in an emotional way for Mark. And that frightens me because that could have been me. My younger brother Paul, you know, we have a good rapport, but we're not a family as such, which is a shame because we've got a massive family.
Despite paying such a high personal price for his criminal behaviour, Charles now realises something good can come out of it.
One of them ones, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I've actually found my vocation. I've been given a second chance, and I'm not going to give up on it. You know, I'm lifted.
Having deterred an estimated 1,300 young offenders and saved the public purse about £6.2 million in criminal damage in its first 10 years, Charles has found it hard to expand Lacey's.
What Lacey's does for Sean is needed. It needs to be expanded. It needs to be encouraged and given the opportunity to prove that not only does prison not work, but people that are in prison and people that come out of prison with a criminal record, the right ones, male or female, can work with people like Sean and can encourage and motivate Sean to become somebody. This is the beauty of life, okay? You can do what you want, you can go where you want, you can say what you want. If you keep it within the law, you have a fantastic life. If you break it, there's no point.